Hi everyone, it's Miss Jones here. I'm going to talk to you about why you should study geography for GCSE. Geography is not only an up-to-date and relevant subject, it's one of the most exciting, adventurous and valuable subjects to study today. So many of the world's current problems boil down to geography, and we need geographers of the future to help understand them. Geographical knowledge and geographical data has been vital for scientists in understanding the current pandemic. The uneven distribution of the virus across countries raises geographical questions that link to the different strands of geography, such as political, socio-economic, financial, and current cultural dimensions. This map links to the recent elections in the US in which President Biden was elected. Now, you might have seen Trump in the news, who couldn't really get his head around the fact that he wasn't elected president again. And he referred to his campaign as receiving more votes. See, a geographer would understand why that happened. So if you look at this map, this shows the states that President Biden won, and they are in blue, and the states that Trump won are in red. Now, at first glance, you might think, well, actually, perhaps Trump has got a point, because there appears to be on the surface a lot more red states than there are blue states. But a geographer would understand that those states don't represent actual populations. And if I show you this map instead, this map shows the distribution of the actual people who voted as opposed to the states. So you can see the difference between the two. Yes, there appear to be bigger red states that were voted for Trump. However, the representation of the people who actually live in those states, geographers would know that fewer people live in those states. And the true picture was that a lot more people actually voted for President Biden. So why choose geography at GCSE? Ultimately, because it's interesting. You get to find out how the world works, and how you can potentially solve some of the issues in the world. This is just a tiny example of some of the types of knowledge that you would study based on coasts. So did you know that you can own land along the coast, but you can't own land under the sea? The seabed and the land below the tides actually all belong to the Queen. And there's another fact there about salt content and how much it will cover if we were to dry all the salt content of the seas. So one of the things you will study in geography is about coasts and the physical processes that shape the coastlines of the world and the impact that those coastlines have on the people who live there. What else will you study? Well, you'll study 3 units. Unit 1 is living with the physical environment, and you can see some of the different components that you will study. And that component will be examined through a 1 hour, 30-minute exam at the end of year 11. Unit 2 is linked to challenges in human environment. So this is based around human geography, and you will study Liverpool, Rio de Janeiro, and you will study other economic factors as well. And this exam is 1 hour and a half as well. And then Unit 3 is based on field work. Now, this is assessed through an exam, but it will be based on actual field work that you will carry out. So fieldwork is another advantage to GCSE geography, and fieldwork is where you basically get to go out on field trips. And these aren't just days out, although they are days out, but they're not just days out. You will go and investigate and look at, natural things such as rivers or coastlines or human geography as well. So you may go into Liverpool, for example, and study a human environment. And these are just some of the trips that we've been on in the past few years. So to Liverpool Harbour Docks to study the human environment and also to look at rivers. How will geography be useful to your future career? Geography at GCSE is considered a very high quality qualification. Lots of different careers and pathways require 5, what they say, good GCSE passes, and geography is always included in that. It's a subject that widens your career options instead of narrowing them, because the skills you gain are really wide and you can use them in a lot of different jobs. In terms of thinking far ahead to university, the Russell Group of universities, which are like the best group of universities in the UK, they like geography as a qualification because they know that pupils who study geography must be high quality candidates with lots of different transferable skills. So it means that geography is useful to any university course or career that you're thinking about due to the skills that you learn. These are just some examples of the different pathways where geography can take you. And there's lots of really useful websites out there where you can look at some of these careers and see the different types of careers where geography can take you. So why study geography then? Well, 5 years after graduation, employment rates for geographers outperform other disciplines, including politics, physics, and history. So if you were to go on and study geography at university 5 years after graduation, you will be outperforming other disciplines. And in terms of earnings, geography graduates outperform other subjects as well. So men by more than 2% and women by 10% higher than average graduate salaries. So some frequently asked questions. Is geography easy? Well, it's not easy, and no GCSEs are easy as such. Geography is a hard qualification. You will be learning a lot and you'll be learning a lot of new skills, but it's really interesting. How much homework do we get? Well, you will get homework in line with other subjects. So at GCSE, you will receive one piece of homework per week. What else can you do with geography other than be a geography teacher? Well, I hope that I've covered some of those answers. You can do a lot with geography. You don't just have to be a geographer as such, it can take you into so many different areas and so many different careers. And if you look at the National Geographical website, there's a lot of different career paths on there that you can have a look into. Do we get to go on any trips? Yes, you do. So we have to go on a trip as part of our Unit 3 field work, and that will be 2 trips where we study in different aspects of geography. Is there any coursework? There's no coursework as such. You do field work, but that will be assessed through an exam as opposed to being assessed through a piece of coursework. I'm going to leave you with this quote from Michael Palin, which I hope sums up how geography could impact on your life. So geography explains the past, illuminates the present, and prepares us for the future. What could be more important than that? Thank you for listening. And if you have any other questions, please feel free to get in touch. Thank you.